Hey everyone, Lens Manoz here, and welcome to a first look at Survival Vacancy. So this game was published and developed by Mind League, and it was released on the 25th of October 2019. It is early access. It's a strategy game. It's a little bit hard to describe. It's kind of a I don't know, kind of a Factorio, but more in the sort of image of Terraria, if that makes sense. So you see here, there's a lot of stuff that's still coming. It's early access. It might have bugs. I was lucky enough to be given a copy of the game through one of the websites that I get most of my promotional or creator keys through. And I thought I'd bring you a bit of a look at it. As always, links for the game, generally just like a Steam page link, will be down below. If there are other links, please feel free to use whichever one is your link of choice. So I'm going to hit new game because I have played a little bit, maybe an hour or so, just to try and get a bit of a general grip on the game. It's a little bit clunky at the moment, I must admit, but I think it's got a bit of promise. So, alright, depending how much I trimmed out off that last little bit of video, hopefully, this will be me loading in. So there was a bit of an issue with how I capture the game. It didn't like coming into the game world. But this is the look of the game, a little bit like Terraria, like I said. It's a 2D, maybe even oxygen not included, might be another explanation of the visual. So you can zoom in all the way up to about so this far, and zoom out where it was when we started. Now the idea is, from what I've been led to believe, is you're building an underground city, and eventually you'll have survivors come in and join your underground city. So objectives down the bottom left here. We've got a tutorial type window here, and we can move around. You have a jetpack, which you can see down the bottom here has a limited use. I can hover here. I've just pushed W to go up, or even space to go up. Once it runs out, I'll drop. Yep, and then it takes a few seconds to reload up. You have tools, and you can see here with a left click and hold down, I can mine up the ground. And you need to clear some space to be able to build machines. So a lot of the game is building machines and automating things. So hence why I said it's a little bit like Factorio. You should be really trying to automate as much as you can. So I've collected stuff here, and I will have items in. I push tab. Here's my inventory. I am collecting some stuff as I mine up, so you can see here the pinky sort of red color stuff is copper. This is iron, and this is algae. And then you have these things which are deposits. So this is a copper ore deposit with 604 copper ore in it. This is algae with 554. So you actually have to place a miner type arrangement on there, a little machine, and they will need to be powered. So you can see the objective is to get 20 wind batteries. So we'll need to work our way through to create them and complete this objective. So this is just how to move. Tab for inventory. As it says, you'll get some items into your inventory as you're mining, and then sometimes you'll get deposits. I can't mine this by left clicking. It doesn't do anything. Right clicking does nothing either. So there is no mining up of these except via an automated method. Next, so need to use engineering skills, make useful things for your community. Now we'll need to craft an excavator to extract the ore. So in our inventory we have this manual maker. You need to right click on it to place it in world, left click to place it down. So once you place it down, you can left click on it and you get this little window over here. It will tell you, if you click this, it's how you turn it on. To make an excavator, as it says here, a craft tree will show up. To craft an excavator, you will need intermediate items. So it wants us to click on. So radio switch to turn it on, and then click the excavator. The excavator is what is it? That's a builder. No, that's a valve. In battery. I must have to build. Oh, that's the excavator. There's the excavator there, right? So I can't click on it because I don't have enough materials in my inventory to make it. So if I just mine a little bit more, hopefully we'll get these things showing up. And if you look, if I go to the next tab, it says it'll need an axle and a valve. So we need 6 iron and 6 copper ore. I have 5 copper ore and 23 iron. So I need some more copper. And once I get enough, I'm not sure what this stuff is. Is this getting me copper? Nope. That's something else. Okay, you just saw it went, it changed color. And we can click on excavator. And you can see here, here's the tree that it's talking about. So it says we need an axle, and an axle requires an iron ingot, and you get an iron ingot from iron ore. Sorry, from 2 iron ore. We need a valve, which comes from copper, and a wire or conductor, which comes from copper as well. So if I click craft, this little guy will kick off. It doesn't need power to craft, but I need to be standing nearby. So it will only craft if you're standing near the manual crafting table. As it says here, it'll take 24 seconds, I guess, to create your item. But once it's done, it'll get deposited into your inventory. There it is. So we have an excavator. So if I go next on this one, total craft time is calculated based on the items of your inventory. The more intermediate items you have, the shorter the craft time will be. So, as I said, if you have copper ingots in your inventory, it won't have to craft the copper ingot from the copper ore. But if you only got copper ore, it'll need to craft that into ingots and then into your item, etc., etc. Stand near the manual maker to make it work. Some machines need the player nearby to work. Now the manual maker will start making the excavator. Collect enough ore and craft 1 more excavator. So, probably need a little bit more copper. That would be it. 1 more excavator, please. Okay, so once we've made that, this should update. You will see, and this is a fairly decent little introduction to teach you how to make certain items. So we're going to make excavators. Okay, place the excavators on the ore deposit. So 1 on iron and 1 on copper. Okay, so the problem we have is we've got iron here, and copper is way over here. But as I said before, some things require you to be nearby, and if I'm not nearby, it's not going to mine it up. So let's see if we can get an iron. Would have been nice if I got an iron ore in here. Nope. Alright, let's do it anyway. Right click, left click on there. See, it stopped when I walked away. If I want these guys to work, I either need to be near them, or it needs electricity. Click on the excavator to learn more about it. So I can left click. It's mining at 40% efficiency. It will hold a certain amount and then it will stop. So once it's got, I think it's 10. Let's just open the inventory up. Excuse me. Once it's got the 10, it'll stop like that. And to get it going, you need to left click, which will put the 10 items into your inventory. So, the excavator needs electricity to work or manually if the player is near it. Any machine or structure can be deconstructed by right clicking on it. Optionally, you can place the manual maker near the excavator and stand between them and make them both work. after excavator extracts some ore, I'm guessing it's missing some words here. After the excavator extracts some ores, you can transfer them to your inventory by clicking on the ore icon in the excavator interface. Need to generate electricity then to provide it to the excavators to make them work automatically. First, we need to craft a wind battery generator. So let's click on this guy. Here is a wind battery generator. Let's left click. It's going to take 16 seconds. It's going to make some conductor or wire, whatever you want to call it, and a bearing. So it's just some iron, a couple of bearings, and then it needs some stone. So we have been mining some stone up, which is potentially what some of the stuff we're mining through is. Right. Collect enough ore by standing in the excavators or digging more tiles. Use manual maker to craft the wind generator using the same steps. Right click on the wind generator battery in it, place it on the surface. Okay, so this guy will only work up here. And he creates batteries. Right? Cool. Next, wind battery generator will start working and generate wind batteries. You can transfer the generated battery to your inventory. Left click on the wind battery generator, then left click on the generated batteries to transfer it to your inventory. Generate electricity, you'll need to convert the battery to electrical power using power stations. Use the manual maker to craft tiny power station. Okay, tiny power station. It's that one. So we're going to create this little power station. And we need to actually place it on some structure. So these are structure supports. So once this thing's finished, I think we need 2, maybe 3 of these guys. You cannot place the item directly on the ground. Make one more. So what I'm going to do is I want it, I guess, kind of nearby. Let me just collect this. Let's mine some of this up. So, pretty sure, oops, that this guy requires a decent height. So I'm going to put let's just put one block here. Okay. Can I walk? Okay, so I can't get around that now. Right, but I can always mine underneath it, walk under it. Let us get this guy, place him here. So, now this says that you can collect these items, and I don't know whether it means I can place it in here or, but I don't think so, right? So for some reason, in my inventory, can't do anything with it. Alright. Craft support structure. Yes, we've done that. Place support structure on open underground space. So you can place it anywhere. Place power station on top of it. So, transfer battery to the power station to make it charged with electric power. Don't know how to do that. Okay. So, this guy here, I don't see a way of me placing... Oh, okay, you just got to have the inventory open, do you? Just left click on it. There you go. So it's creating power, and it's full. Alright, so the next thing we need to make is we're going to need to transfer that power to here and to here. So to do that, we're going to need connectors, which are going to use copper cable. I don't think I can make heaps of them in one hit. I think I can only make them one at a time. So as I said, you can see here, it's placing wiring down. I guess I'm out of copper ore. Let's go down and over. Down, please. Thank you. Let's get some copper ore. Thank you. Gonna need a few. Suppose I could probably just go this way a bit and see if I collect more up by doing this. Sure, we'll get some copper. Right. Let's get closer to our manual maker again. Make a few more cables. So we have 2. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to get the copper one running. And then we'll need, what? Quite a few things. Let's go 5, because I actually want to go from this point and up. So as before, we can right click to place the item, and then I'm just going to left click and drag. And that's now taking power from here and running it to this, so that even though I'm far away, I can still have it running. So we're going to want, as I said before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like maybe 8 of these guys. Need like, it'd be nice if there was a way to like, I want 8 of these. Click, 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 and queue it up. But doesn't seem like that's a thing. Let's click next on this window. So we now need to supply batteries like manually. That's what we're doing at the moment. We're waiting for this thing to fill up. We're putting the batteries in our inventory, and we are supplying them manually to the power station in order to power machines. But there's a way of automating that. So it's funny how you don't have to be that close for it to run, to pick up, but you've got to be really close for it to run. Anyway, what are we at? 6. I said I needed about 8 or so, 10 maybe. And it looks like we're out of power. Let's tick this. Give it some batteries again. Alright, 8 maybe. Let's go for 10. Should have enough. Yeah, one more. The idea here is there's obviously lots of items that we can build, and the more we play, the more we unlock. So let's go. Cool. So now both of our mines are working, assuming it has power, right? So again, I need to manually put batteries in. It's going to chew through them. We need to get something else better than this. So if you click on the maker, we can make carrier rails and carriers. So we need to make at least one carrier. It's going to take 36 seconds. And then, pausing that, cancelled it. So when you're using the manual one, like eventually you will have the ability to make our own automatically. You can set up machines. We have little basic builders, component makers, etc. So these guys will be able to make certain items. They'll be able to make like circuits and this sort of stuff. And you can put chests down. I think there's a storage, small storage box. So you can do production chains. So let's just get this guy built, and then we're going to want. Okay, so we can double click on here, and it gives us these little arrows. So what we actually want to do is we want track to be able to, I can double click here. We want to be able to take batteries from here and place them in here automatically. Now that's done with a little bot. This is the little bot. We're going to need, if I select this one as in and double click, this one is out. I could probably put just one block here with the thing on it and it should do it. So let's give that a go. So I want one of these, please. Now, hopefully this works. So where is it? It's right here. Right there. Okay. So this one will pick up from there. This one will deposit there. If I now go into my inventory, grab this guy, click him on there, he's picking up batteries from the wind battery generator, and he is delivering them to here. See? Automatically. No need to worry about it anymore. This one will produce and fill up its spot. This one will use and generate power. So we now have now have mines being powered automatically. So this just goes through all the different ways to transfer and carry, etc. So now we've got the basics of moving items and building power. The idea is that we need to build a basic builder, and you can go through here and it will continue on. Basic builder is the same as this, as it needs somewhere to place it. So it's quite annoying that it's doing this. Ideally what we would want now is to have our items coming to a spot. So we have copper and iron. We can build a couple more of these guys, and we can have them, and if I double click on this, it can go to spots. So I guess effectively you could have something picking up from here and picking up from all of them. Only downside is that these little carriers can carry one item. So once you've got the one item, it's not going to pick up anything else, and you're going to need to wait before it can pick up its next item. So it becomes a bit of a puzzle, I would say, on how to create what it is that you want to create. So I'm going to craft a little storage box here. It's going to take 30 seconds, or 29 to be more exact. I mean, you know. But we've got a few items we need to make. We need to make a basic builder, and I think there's a smelter here. So the smelter will be able to make ingots. So if I click on ingot here, it'll cancel the thing I was making because I'm daft like that. Hopefully, no, see, it didn't even make anything of that. It's just crafting the time. Now, as I said before, I could speed this up. I'm just going to cancel it again. I could speed it up by going, I want some of this. Okay, now if I click on that guy, it's going to take 27 seconds because we've got the iron ingot. I go, I want a copper ingot. It's now going to take 25 because I've got them. If I craft this sheet, that's 3 seconds. Cool. We can go back to this, and it wants another sheet. So then, you know, you could do this all manually. You could sit here and craft a few ingots of each type, and, you know, or you could just sit there and go, I want the 30 seconds, thanks. If I click here, it still wants a third one. It's gonna take 11 seconds. We've gone through the process. We've made them. It'll only take 11 to make this one. But the idea would be now that we've done that, I've got a storage box. I'm gonna want, I don't know, let's say if I put the storage box here, I'm gonna need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 of these rails. And if I output this one correctly, I can probably make it put 2 onto the same bit of track. And then if I build another second carrier maybe, or another excavator, we might be able to put 2 items straight into it. 2 carriers running around and it picking up off 2. It may not even need that. So there's 5. Let's go, I want to go from here to, yep, that's cool. And then I'm going to go this, and I want to put you here. Okay, so we've got our storage box, we've got our rail. I want to make one of these guys, please. Craft me up one. 36 seconds later, we're going to have carrier. And then I'm going to want to go double click. Click it twice to get to red, and then this one, I can click this one once to go to green. Now I could have had it back here, so we could probably do that. Let's take this one out, turn this one to normal, and this one to green, just to save that one piece. By doing this, we're making sure we've got storage for our items coming out. I can run the other one to maybe another storage crate, and then we can run our factory downwards. Here, I want to click on this. I want to place him in here. He is going to go around. He's picked up some iron. Let's turn this over. And he's delivering. Right, so in here now we've got 1 iron. He's slow because he's got that big long track to go through. But as I said before, I could make another one of these guys. 36 seconds later, we could place him on the same track, and he will take iron from the same spot and deliver it to the same spot. Pretty sure I can do multiples per track. That's actually something I haven't tested, so this should be interesting to find out. So again, we're now automatically mining and we're automatically powering it. We are, let me see, push tab for the inventory, right click. Yes, look at that. We now have 2. Collecting up iron, placing it in the chest. Made in another machine, yep, cool. I'm not sure how much the storage box can hold. So, I can probably pick this guy up now. And let's maybe set him here. So it did say that the basic builder will require a platform. So let's just dig an area. I think the basic builder will require a little bit of space, so I need to get some more ore. Let's just click here and collect that one. Is that enough? Yeah. Let's craft a basic builder. Another 30 seconds. So it wants us... Oh, it's actually saying to make a basic component builder. Use the smelters to craft ingots automatically. They need ground or side support. Use a basic component builder to craft intermediate components that will help you craft more machines. So what we should be doing is getting a smelter, and you know, we can make multiples of these guys up here. We can have another one of these right here generating power. Split this wire out, have some going this way, maybe some going down, and we can probably get... I wonder, what do these cost to make? Let's get some more ore. Don't play too fast, so I can now click on here and go, oh look, all the ore I've got. Let's click here. I want another one of... Gonna need another one of these. Let's do it. Craft me one of them. Same time, I want to place one of them down. Yep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a second one in, and I'm going to make it so that this one's picking up from here. I'm going to make it pick up right next to it. Cool. Let's grab him, put him here, double click, in here. Can he do it? Yes, he can. It's not Bob the Builder, but yes, he can do it. So we now have 2. And what I'm hoping is that this guy can deliver. Once it hits 1,000, does he deliver? Yes, he does. So again, I could have 2 here and I could have 2 here, all picking up off the same battery wind generator. Or we can have multiple wind generators. There's plenty of space up there. Let's look into really quickly making a basic smelter. Another 20 seconds or so. And what we should be looking at doing is getting something making our carrier rail, something making these, and building a big factory to make each item, so we can make the component makers. So I wouldn't mind banking one of them. So let's see what we need for that. Let's craft him up. It's 30 seconds. Again, probably need to get the chest arrangement set up here, and we need to start looking at some structure supports and that sort of like. Let's see how much space this guy needs, and we may be able to set him up over here somewhere with a bit of a platform. Right, so you're fairly wide. It needs, okay, so it needs support underneath it. So let's get these 2 guys here. This, here, and here. And then let's get the component maker, like that. And then you can set it to make a particular component. So if I want this to make metal sheets, we'll need to put one of each ingot in, right? Again, if you place something down in the wrong spot, hold down right click, pick him back up. You know, maybe you don't want that there. Maybe you want to put the basic smelter here, and then we're going to move from here into the basic smelter. Seem like a plan? Again, automation. You know, for this one, you're going to want something to make an ingot. So, you know, to get some more wires, because we're going to need, what, a couple to get to this? Again, I think this one will work if I'm standing nearby. I think it's the same as some of the other crafting machines. So if I click on this and say, this is copper, I want to make copper ingots. And then I go, yep, here's some copper ingots. If I walk away, it'll stop. If I get close, it'll work. It doesn't need power, but if we power it up, we're going to be able to walk away. Now this, I can take this one out and then click this, and I think we can push R to rotate, and then you have ones that gives you the ability to have it cross. So this now has power as well as that. Pretty sure it has power. And then we need to build, let's see here. We can build one. Let's do that. Let's build one of them, I think. Yep, we don't have any. So I need to build one of these. And then I need to build a carrier. So while the carrier is building, we can go out there. In here. We can go, I want to know where that went. I swear I made that thing. Oh, it used it in here. My bad. So I'm going to need probably some iron. We've got 50 iron in there. Decent amount. So, want another carrier rail, please. Don't use all my iron. Now I could click here and get the copper ingots out. And next time I make something with copper ingots, it's even faster. Alright, so right there. Right there. Carrier on here. He's picking up. He's putting it in here. This is getting power. We are automatically adding copper ingots in. I could then, I guess, effectively place down a chest and have it, you know, we can place it here and then put a chest here and just have the thing deliver. Pure, simple. We can make one of these guys, automate our ingots. So that's copper automated, nice and quick, because everything's very close by. And again, the closer you can make it, the less it's going to cost. Same as anything. So for here, potentially we want to cut out this middleman, place a furnace or whatever here. How are you going? Are you keeping up? Not really. So that's unfortunately a thing that's going to happen. This guy is not going to keep up. I'm not going to be able to place a second one here to be able to pick up on that. I would have to place it here. We would need another one here. So I guess what we could do is run this track as 3. Move this guy over. Or even run it as 2. We can move this right over to the edge and place another one next to it. And you can pick it up and then have 4 other things up here. Just to make it nice and short. If I go up top here, let's pick this guy up. It's taking a while. And then let's place him back down. No, place him down there. Let's make his output here. Very good. Still picking it up. Still in the right spot. Do this and go, I want, no, not that. Wrong button. One of them, please. Can now click here and say, give me those ingots. Click here and Get that. I can take this, place it here. Maybe not. Let's pick these up and go. I want to place these 2 down. Get our little carrier, place him on there. Exit. He should pick up and place down. Let's check it out. Hopefully it doesn't take so long to generate. Picked it up, delivered. Cool. We're going to need another wind generator. Alright, so this is the game. I have gone over my normal length of video. Game's called Survival Vacancy. I did get it for free. Doesn't affect what I think about the game. I think it's got a lot to promise, but it does have a long way to go. It's got to get some tweaks done. Really, can I place that, please? But I do think that it has a lot of promise. Once I get into it a bit more and start learning a bit more of the ropes, I think like this playthrough that I've done now is a lot more a lot slicker than when I first tried to play it and I just didn't understand stuff. You know, I think I'm hoping that the development continues. I hope that they put more items in, but I can see how this could be quite addictive, trying to build the perfect you know, automation system. Nice, neat, efficient. Not, you know, this thing here isn't real efficient. I'm not generating enough. I may need to end up putting multiples in here and then stretching the whole thing on and putting multiple things in just to generate enough power to keep us going. Because this is just not keeping up. I think I got 40% efficiency. I do believe there is a research tree, which I haven't got anywhere near because I don't have any of these things that I can unlock. But there is stuff to unlock. Logistics is coming soon, farming's coming soon, but we can up our drills and they've got a whole research tree started, and hopefully that unlocks a bunch more machines and other bits and pieces. Eventually you will have people who live there. I'm not sure what that button does. Here's your book on how to get stuff done. Your instruction manual. This will tell you how much radiation is around. So obviously above the surface is radiation. Underground, not so much. A little bit in the area we're working, but not as much. And this can show you the wires above or hides it behind a machine. So anyway, for now, Survival Vacancy, 25th of October 2019 it came out, developed and published by MindLeak, is in early access. I've seen one update since I got the game, I believe, from memory. It's hard with all the games in my Steam library. But yeah, if you want to grab the game, follow the links down below. Hope you enjoy the video. Leave those comments down there, let me know your thoughts. And I hope to catch you next time.